Hello and welcome to episode 3 of The Revolution Will Be Heard. My name's Dopper and here is a rundown of the latest goings on in British Wrestling Revolution. Anniversary 7 is now just days away, taking place at the Memorial Hall in Cleethorpes this Saturday, the 6th of July. I did a full preview of all 8 matches announced so far on episode 2, so please do look through the videos on this YouTube channel and check that one out. After liking and subscribing, of course. As a quick reminder, there will be Scotty vs Will for the world title, Robbie and Blake vs Turner and Rose for the tag straps, Cayman vs Boy to unify the Cruiserweight and Evo belts, Gia and Kira for the women's title, Cruz vs Connors, men's Anarchy briefcase ladder match, women's Anarchy briefcase ladder match, Robe Rose vs Reese and Rogan. There has been one change to the card since my previous video, and it affects the women's ladder match. It was scheduled to be Alexis Falcon versus Rio versus Lizzie Evo versus ZZ in a 4-way. But sadly, Alexis sustained a very serious shoulder injury last month, which has put her on the shelf for a significant period of time. We here at The Revolution Will Be Heard would like to wish... Who am I kidding? There's only me here. I would like to wish Alexis a speedy and successful recovery and look forward to seeing her back in the ring at BWR and elsewhere. There has been no announcement by BWR management as to how that match will be affected. Another wrestler could possibly be added to replace Alexis, or they might just make it a 3-way instead. We'll have to wait and see. In BWR social media news, an interesting promo was posted, but I should say that I just did the air quotes thing there when I said promo, which makes no sense because this is an audio thing. You can't see what I'm doing. Anyway, an interesting promo was posted in which Nathan Cruz was filmed mid-conversation with someone in a locker room talking about his next opponent, Joseph Connors. It's worth a look on Nathan's Twitter, which is at Nathan_Cruz90. Oh, it is massively not safe for work though, so be careful out there. Big Hoss Rogan, whose Twitter is, funnily enough, at Big Hoss Rogan, replied to BWR's announcement of his match at Anniversary 7 with an ominous tweet suggesting they will need to have a medic at ringside when he and Wrecking Ball Reese take on the Road Bros. Hopefully Zachary and Cam make it out of their upright and not horizontally. Kira Chimera tweeted about some personal issues she's dealing with outside of the ring, having an effect on her in-ring schedule going forward. The anti-conformist said she won't be stepping away from the ring completely, but choosing her future bookings wisely, and confirmed she will still be appearing at Anniversary 7 as advertised. Her account is at Kira Chimera. And finally, for this mini social media roundup, Robbie X posted 2 short videos in which he is doing things which seem like they defy the laws of physics. One in BWR's Evo Academy ring, and the other in NGW's ring before their recent show at Hull City Hall. There's no point in me trying to put these feats of strength, flexibility and weight distribution into words because I'd have no chance. Have a look on his Twitter at Robbie_X_. Some of those comments and clips I just mentioned might also be available on the individual's TikTok accounts, but I don't go on TikTok due to being, old. Now let's talk about the BWR European Cup tournament, shall we? At the BWR Insurgent show back in January, a European Cup tournament began. On that night, Hardman Dan, representing England, advanced after beating Vucic, representing the Czech Republic, in the first qualifying match. Then, at BWR No Gods No Masters in March, Rory Coyle, representing Northern Ireland, defeated R1, representing France. BWR had released the brackets for the tournament by this point, and we could see that there would be one more qualifying match, and then the winner of that would meet Hardman Dan and Rory Coyle in a triple threat final match. In my mind, at that point, the third qualifier would take place at the Riot Rumble in May, and then the triple threat final match could happen at the anniversary show in July, which takes place the week before the Euro 2024 final. Makes sense. But then there was no qualifying match at the Riot Rumble. Understandable in retrospect, because the Rumble match itself lasted the entire second half of that show, and there were 2 title matches and a heated grudge match in the first half. So I went back and I watched the tournament announcement at Insurgents on BWR's on-demand service. And ring announcer Richard Young actually said back then that the tournament would take place throughout 2024. So it never was officially linked to the football tournament dates. That was an idea I must have concocted myself at some point. Is that an example of the Mandela effect? No, I think that's something different. I'm looking forward to seeing who the final 2 participants will be, though. For a proper European flavour, I'm hoping for 2 wrestlers from countries not already represented. There have been numerous Scottish wrestlers on BWR shows over the years, 1 or 2 Welsh fellas, and a certain German giant was announced for a show once, before a family emergency meant he had to cancel. Tickets for the next BWR show on Saturday the 14th of September will go on sale at the anniversary show this weekend for those of you lucky enough to be in attendance, or online right after it at the usual location, which is ticketsource.co.uk/BWR. That next show will be called The Last Stand, a name that is usually reserved for the final show of BWR's calendar year. But this year, for only the second time, The Last Stand will be BWR's penultimate show of the year. Because looking further ahead, at the end of November, it's the big one. Viva la Revolution is coming live from the Grimsby Auditorium on Friday the 22nd of November. For details on how to book your tickets for that show, please have a look at episode 1 of The Revolution Will Be Heard here on this YouTube channel. In that episode, I listed the web address where tickets are available now, and that's a different address from the place you order tickets for Memorial Hall shows. So check that out. I will, of course, have all the details for those final 2 shows of 2024 after they are made public by BWR management, so stay tuned for those. Like I said on the last episode, I will be unable to attend Anniversary 7 this weekend, thanks to Ron Weasley. I hope everybody there has a fantastic time. It's traditionally one of BWR's biggest and most newsworthy shows of the year, so I can't wait to catch up with it when it becomes available to watch online. I'm going to attempt to stay spoiler-free throughout that time, which won't be easy, and I might even do a bit of a watch-along video on this channel when the time comes. I don't know, we'll see. To everybody listening to this, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because youtube.com/Dopper6 is where the revolution will be heard.